last season. The goal this fall is to keep that growth going. Now, the Fighting Hawks qualified for the playoffs last year. After splitting the first 4 games of the season, which included a loss at Nebraska, UND went 5-2, with the losses coming at the hands of the 2 teams that played for the FCS title. Now, all of that leaves a big question for the head coach.
How do we take our program to another level? And I think we want a really hungry team, and we saw that in January when the guys returned. We were disappointed in our playoff performance, fortunate to put together enough good wins and a good resume to be selected, but we want more out of this, and we know that's difficult to do.
The Fighting Hawks have 6 home games this year, including NDSU in October. Their FBS game is at Boise State. The season opens a month from today against Drake. Being a 1%er usually means you're talking about someone who's wealthy. Well, Bill Wood is a 1%er, but I'm not talking about his bank account. I'm talking about Bill's ability to shoot his age on a golf course. That's why he's in this week's Sports Spotlight.
It's the hardest game I've ever played.
The Iowa native moved to Bismarck in 1969. He started golfing at Riverwood as a way to meet people.
I got interested in it, and whenever I had free time, I'd go out and practice.
In the winter, Bill would put a little jelly jar on the rug to work on his putting.
I went from a 14 down to a 7, and I got my name in Golf Digest.
Anyone who's played golf understands it can be a frustrating game. Bill says he had a bad temper back in the day.
I'm embarrassed the way I acted. Some of the guys I played with, I said, "How could you play with me with my temper?" And they'd say, "Well, we haven't got anything else to do, and it's kind of fun to watch you."
24 years after Wood started, they watched him shoot his age for the first time. A 66 at Apple Creek when he was 66 years old. During the 1980s, he never thought much about it. But in the 1990s, a local pro requested that Bill keep track.
I've shot my age about, I think, 554 times. And less than 1% of the people ever shoot their age. The only year I missed was 71. No, excuse me, 72. That's the only year I've not shot my age. I had atrial fib. I had a little heart trouble, and I couldn't play a full round.
Wood is now 92. He's a 3-time state seniors champion, and 33 years ago, he went into the NDGA Hall of Fame.
I just think that Jesus allowed me to be able to do this. And I don't lose my temper anymore. I'm not strong enough to break a club, so I don't throw that. When Bill was a teenager, he was invited to try out for the Brooklyn Dodgers. He took the college scholarship to play baseball and basketball instead. North Dakota split at the Central Plains today. Nebraska beat the Keybirds. Post 2 topped Eden Prairie of Minnesota. Speaking of Minnesota, well, Joe Ryan gave up 4 homers in the